I'm standing here under the house of Wittenberg. 1 week ago, a tragedy took place here. Arab terror reared its ugly head once again with the brutal murder of Rabbi Nehemiah Lavi, Hashem Yikom Damo. He heard a commotion downstairs because a few minutes beforehand, an Arab terrorist who was incited by the Palestinian Authority or Hamas, or by the Arab world, media, there's no shortage of incitement and hatred, came into the old city and stabbed the Benita family. Aaron died and the wife was running down the street here just a few meters away from me. Reb Nehemiah, who lives upstairs in this house of Wittenberg, one of the many houses in the old Jewish quarter, did something which is not normal. He went towards a commotion. Most people run away and hide. He went to help. He went down but didn't realize that the Arab terrorist was still here. And as he came down from Bet Wittenberg, from the second courtyard, he himself was stabbed. There was a battle, there was a struggle between one and the other, and then he fell. None of these Arab shopkeepers, those who were open on that night, helped Adele. Not one. One pushed, one kicked, one laughed, one sneered. In some ways, they were partners or associated with the Arab terrorist. As a result of that terror, which is not new here, the result is new, but the act of terror is not new in this area, with Molotov cocktails and stones thrown all the time, over a number of years. The government hasn't woken up. Maybe today the tune has changed. The whole community decided to sit together in a communal tent of protest, mourning, and resilience. This is to show that the Jews will not be driven out of Jerusalem. The Arab world thinks that they can drive us out, but not violence, not terror, will take away one Jew from here. We are doubling our efforts to make sure there'll be more Jewish life here. We are calling on the Jewish world to walk along these streets. The Jewish world has to understand that Arab terror and incitement will not drive us out from here. If the Arab world thinks, if the radical Islam, if the Waqf, PA, Hamas, if they think that they can drive the Jews out, then they don't understand who we are, the Jewish people. Over the last week, we've seen shiurim, we've seen MKs, we've seen the baking of bread, everything possible to show that Jewish life will not just continue, but will double and triple here. I call on the Jewish world now. Now is the time to actually come to Israel, not to be scared off by Arab terror, because that's handing them a victory. We have to walk the alleyways of the old city. We have to have more Jewish families and more yeshivot, more shiurim. What we have seen here under the arches of Bet Wittenberg, where both Reb Nehemiah and Benita were killed, that's where we have to make sure that there is always going to be life. Here, in this all-general area, resilience, courage, and strength of conviction. If we show that to the Jewish world, we won't be defeated. I call on the Jewish world to come, I call on the Arab world to stop their incitement, and I call on the Israeli government to do the true Zionist response, which is one thing. If you take away flowers, if you cut down Jewish life, you give Jewish life, you add more flowers. Approve the Flowers Gate Compound project. Add Jewish life here. Do whatever is necessary to send the right message to the Arab world that Jerusalem belongs to the Jewish people. And from here, we will not move.